Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this one, we will learn about how we can make some awesome renders and also learn about how you can apply some basic techniques in your 3D art to make them more appealing. So without further delay, let's begin. Now first of all, we will get rid of the light source, select the default cube, press tab and switch over to edit mode. Make sure you are in X-ray mode. Press 1 on your numpad key for front view. Start scaling the cube. Press S and then X on your keyboard to scale the cube in x-axis. Select the top vertices, make sure that all the vertices are selected and try extruding upwards in z-axis. Now press tab again to switch from edit mode to solid mode to make some arch designs, but before that we need to fix the shape of the cube. So before moving ahead, press 3 on your numpad key for the side view, press S and Y to scale it in y-axis, and this should be sufficient for the scene. Now we need to make some arch designs. Press Ctrl+A, add a circle mesh into the viewport. Now make sure the circle is selected. Press the / on your keyboard for isolated view. Now press tab for edit mode. Subdivide the circle with number of cuts to somewhere around 3 to 5 and increase the smoothness value to 1. You can increase the amount of number of cuts to provide some more subdivision. Now drag and select the vertices below this line and press delete and delete the vertices. Now select the cornered vertices and drag them downwards. Press F to fill and then press A and F to fill the entire mesh. Press tab again to switch from edit mode to solid mode. Now press the / button again to come to the normal view. Select the circle and rotate it 90 degrees in x-axis. Now scale the mesh and move it upwards in z-axis. To add some depth to the mesh, add a solidify modifier and increase the thickness value. Make a few changes to the settings unless you are satisfied by the end result. Press 1 for front view, press Alt+D to duplicate and move it to the other side. Scale it down and increase the thickness value. Duplicate again and move it to the left side. Now we have to create a cutout, or we have to cut the region which should be similar to the arch design. So for that, we have to use the Boolean tool. Make sure the cube is selected, go to modifiers, add a Boolean modifier and select the desired object which you want to Boolean. But we have got a problem here, as we want these two to make such arch design, but the problem here is that we can't select more than one object. So what we have to do, deselect the circle and select all three of the meshes and move them to a new collection and name them something. Select the cube, go to modifiers and switch the operand type from object to collection and select the collection which you want to apply the Boolean. Now after that, hide the circle meshes in the viewport and the render. Shift+A, add a plane mesh and scale it. Select the cube again, press Alt+D, remove the modifier and move it downwards in Z-axis. Press tab for edit mode, reduce down the scale in Y-axis. Shift+D again, add one more circle, / for isolated view, subdivide number of cuts to 5 and smoothness to 1 and extrude it in Z-axis. Press A and F to fill, and after that apply a bevel modifier, adjust the amount and the segment values and apply shade smooth. Press the / button again to come out of isolated view. Press 7 on your numpad key for top view. Bring the circle mesh more to the front and then scale it. Press Alt-D to duplicate, bring it upwards, scale down again. Press Alt-D to duplicate, move upwards and then scale down. Select the plane mesh, press Shift+D to duplicate, rotate it 90 degrees in x-axis and bring it slightly just along the corners. Select the camera and press Ctrl, Alt and numpad 0 to align the camera to the view. Make a few adjustments to the camera settings to make the scene look more better. Press Alt+D to duplicate and place the circle meshes at different angles. Or you can also go with a different kind of a shape to add some basic shapes like UV sphere, a cylinder, torus mesh. Now select all these shapes and adjust their scale values and rotation values and place them at multiple locations. Now head over to render properties and switch the render engine from EV to cycles. Select the device type to GPU compute, enter viewport and render, max samples to 32 and 128 respectively, and in the color management, change the look to high contrast. For adding lighting to the scene, head over to the shader editor. Select the plane mesh, press new to add a new material, remove the default principled BSDF shader, add an emission shader and join it to the material output. Add a color ramp node, join it to the emission shader, add a gradient texture to the color ramp. In the color ramp, change the colors to a shade of blue and a shade of pink, but you can go with any different color of your choice. Head over to the rendered mode to get a final preview of the scene. Increase the strength value to 5 to get a brighter look. Select the bottom plane and add a metallic material to it and reduce the roughness a little bit, just like that. Add a bump node, join it to the normal, add a color ramp node, join it to the height of the bump node, then a noise texture and adjust the values of this noise texture to get this kind of look. Now for the car, I downloaded a free 3D model and applied a gradient texture to all of its parts and placed in between. Or if you are good at modeling, unlike me, you can use your own 3D models and keep creating. And that's enough for the video. Hope you guys learned something new. If you found the video useful, do drop a like, subscribe the channel and don't forget to add your valuable comment. Hope to see you all in the next video. Till then, stay tuned and keep learning.